Now that I've sneezed and you hear my dishwasher in the background, you'll find this is a very homey video on how to make a granny square to make a lap blanket. As you can see from my granny square here, it's not square because a lap blanket should really be longer on the sides than it is over the knees. Okay, so here we go. We're going to learn how to do this. It's an interesting story on how I came up with this. And someday I may tell you. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to attach our yarn, and you can use a slip knot. I'm one of these safety conscious people. I don't want anything unraveling, so I tie a knot, just like you would on your shoes. Not intentionally, of course. Okay, as you hold the tail with your your middle finger and your thumb, and we're going to chain 10. So chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're going to take the top loop and we're going to stick the hook through it, grab a hold of our yarn and pull it through, and now we've made a slip stitch. Now, if you've learned how to make a double crochet, you know that the first double crochet in just about anything is going to really be chain 3. Half double crochet is how many? It's 2. And treble crochet is 4. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to make 8, count them, 8 granny square clusters. Now, granny square clusters is 3 double crochets. Remember, our first one counts as 1. With a chain at the end. And then, don't worry, this will all get smashed together in no time. This is 2. And one of the nice things about YouTube videos is that if you look at the little gear thing that has your settings, you can change the speed. So if I'm going too fast for you, no problem. Slow it down. And then it'll keep up with you instead of you keeping up with it. And that way, makes it a little easier. But I do have a suggestion. Turn off the sound. Otherwise, I will sound like this. So, okay, we've got 3 of them. And yes, you know how to do this. You can do this part in your sleep. And see how mine's curling up? Yeah, seems like everything you start in crochet curls up in the beginning, but it goes away. Just like this is going to look a little funky. 1, 2, 3, 4. I only have 4 more. Now you can get away with a little bit of tighter circle, but I'm trying this with 10. I've done 8 before. And 8 chains for this circle work just fine. Okay, that should be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Scoot over. You need room for your brothers. 1. And yes, this is part of the easy part, and then we have the crazy part, and then we get back to the easy part again, which is just fine by me. If I only have one hard part to think about, then it's fine. Okay, that's 6. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 6. Not that I can't count, I can. But sometimes I like to make sure because I don't like tearing out. Not that I haven't torn out my fair share of stitches. Or they fall off the hook or all sorts of things. Okay, here's something I want to point out. You see how you can see 2 stitches right there? Or 2 pieces of yarn? That means you've finished a double crochet. Doesn't mean you've done your chain stitch yet. If you were doing a half double crochet, you could see 3. So here, that's something I learned by myself. Nobody told me. But now that I only have 2, so I know I need to make, wait a minute. Okay, did I mess up? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Let's make that 3, oops. Make that 3, and I think I have one more. See when I make the chain? See how it looks? It looks different. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, one more. I wouldn't make your circle any more than 10 chain stitches. Just isn't going to work out. Okay, one more. And now slip stitch again. We'll go to the top of that 3 chain, because that's like the top of the stitch, the top of a double crochet. Grab a hold of our yarn, pull through, and guess what? We're going to chain 3. And this time we're going to turn it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make a granny cluster right here. Okay. Chain 1. Okay. Then we've got to make a corner. We're going to make 4 corners. So let's make a corner here. And we make a corner by putting in 2 granny clusters. Yes, I have a noisy dishwasher, but it does such a good job. And chain 1. Now in the same chain space, I'm going to do it again. One more. Chain 1. Now we have to do another one. We're going to do another corner right here. 2 and a chain. There we go. Now our second one for our corner. 2, 3. Okay. Now comes the tricky part. You're going to, yeah, I know it's, we're going to put 1 granny cluster here and 1 granny cluster here. That makes 2 on this side and none on this side. That's what makes it wider than it is long, or longer than it is wide, whichever you'd like it to be. Okay. Chain 1. All right. Now we're going to do another 2. And yes, I'll tell you the story of how I came up with this. I have an inversion table, and I was hanging upside down, and I was going, we ought to be able to do this. Let me try it out. Well, yeah, it didn't work out so well the first couple of times. But then I hit it. The first one I actually succeeded. I had 1 extra stitch on the long sides. And I go, well, I'd really like it to have it a little bit different than that. So, okay, we're going for a corner. And my yarn's annoying me. Sometimes I think I spend my life untangling yarn and wires. Hoses too sometimes. And chain 1. Okay, we've got a corner here. We need to put another corner right next to it. Let's get that done. Yep, gotta have another one in there. Need some more yarn. Yeah, this was never a pull chain. Oh, that was interesting. I just woke up my computer. That's okay. You can still see, can't you? I hope so. But even not, you still get the idea. Because I know my folks. See how it's beginning to look like a rectangle? There we go again. Okay, now, see we had one over here. We're going to put one more right here. Put it in here. 2, 3, chain 1. Now, see, this was the top of our third one, top of our third chain. We're close enough to it. Put it through, pull through, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. See, you've got a rectangle. It's kind of funky looking, but you know what? That will work itself out. And now you just do it like a regular granny square. The hard part is over. And that really wasn't so hard. You just have to remember you have 2 on the side, and then you have two corners on the other side. So and then you just keep right going. But one thing to remember with a granny square is that, now what you can do is you can pull this up a little bit, and it starts working itself out just a little bit faster. Just remember, in every corner you do 2 granny clusters. So eventually yours will look like mine, and you can just keep going and going and going until you have a lap blanket. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I hope you have a wonderful day, and good night.